Dear students, hope you are all doing well. Stay safe, stay at home, and follow the rules of the lockdown. Today, I am going to take the session on networking protocols. This is a part of the computer network unit which we have already started. Let us start with a recap of what we have studied till now. First of all, the definition of computer network. It is a collection of computers and other hardware components interconnected by transmission medium for communication. Next, transmission medium. There are two types, guided, also known as wired, and unguided, also known as wireless media. In wired, there are three types, twisted wire, coaxial cable, and optical fiber. In wireless media, there are four types, microwaves, radio waves, satellite, and infrared. Then network types. Mainly there are four types, LAN, MAN, WAN, and PAN. Another important topic is network topology. Topology means arrangement of the various elements of a communication network. Main topologies are ring, bus, and star. There are many devices that are used to construct the network. Examples are modem, hub, router, repeater, and bridges. Networking protocols introduction. First of all, we need to know what a protocol is. A word protocol means set of rules. Just like humans need to follow some set of rules to communicate with each other. For example, common language, proper grammar, and voice. Computers also need to do the same. As we already know, networking is a set of two or more computers interconnected to communicate with each other. Here, communication means what? For example, sending and receiving email, sharing files, or browsing the internet. Each kind of communication requires a different set of rules, that is, different protocols. Now, let us look at the definition of networking protocols. Networking protocols are some special set of rules used in digital communication to ensure systematic and safe transfer of data over the network. Without proper protocol, no effective communication can take place. Here are the important protocols used in communication network: HTTP, FTP, PPP, SMTP, POP3, and TCP/IP. The first protocol is HTTP. It stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. When we want to open a website, for example Facebook, in a web browser, did you notice the letter HTTP like this? Web pages are made in HTML language, that is Hypertext Markup Language. These HTML pages or web pages are transmitted via HTTP protocol. Now let's look at the definition of HTTP. HTTP is used to transfer web pages from one computer to another on the internet. Next, how HTTP works. When we visit a website on our web browser, for example Google or Facebook, our computer or mobile becomes the HTTP client. The HTTP client requests and receives web pages from the web server. So, it is a request response sequence between the client and the web server. The next one is FTP. FTP means File Transfer Protocol. As the name says, FTP is used to transfer files from one computer to another on the internet. It is the simplest and most secure way to exchange files on the internet. FTP is most commonly used to upload and download large files on the internet. The third one is PPP, that is point to point protocol. This protocol is used for transmission of IP packets over serial lines. As you have already studied, a packet is a collection of data that can be used by computers to communicate with each other. Point-to-point protocol is the best solution for dial-up internet connection. So, PPP protocol essentially ensures that users can have an internet connection over the telephone lines. Next, we come to networking protocol for email communication. They are SMTP and POP3 protocols. SMTP stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, is used for sending emails. POP3 stands for Post Office Protocol version 3, is used for receiving emails. Let us look at how SMTP and POP3 work. When we send an email to a receiver, the email travels first from our computer to our email server using SMTP. This server is also known as the SMTP server. Suppose we are using a Gmail account, the SMTP server address would be smtp.gmail.com. The SMTP server then sends the message to recipient's email server also using SMTP protocol. Now the email stays in the recipient email server. When the recipient logs into the email account, the email gets downloaded using POP3 protocol. The last one is TCP/IP. TCP/IP is a collection of protocols that includes TCP, that is Transmission Control Protocol, and IP, that is Internet Protocol. Now let us look at the definition of TCP/IP. TCP defines how to establish a communication so that the programs can exchange data over the network. It works along with Internet Protocol or IP. IP defines how computers send and receive the packets of data over the network. Now let us look at how TCP/IP works. Here, TCP is responsible for breaking data down into data packets before they are sent and for assembling the packets when they arrive. IP is responsible for sending the packets to the correct destination. TCP/IP is the backbone of all network communications. That is, all the other protocols like HTTP, FTP, SMTP, POP3 all depend on TCP/IP. For example, when we want to view a web page, TCP is used to guarantee that all the data is received and is in order. Without TCP, some of the data would be missing or out of order. If we view a web page without TCP, the web page would be all messed up. The images would be missing or the text would be backwards and out of order. So we are finished with 6 networking protocols. A networking protocol is a set of rules that computers must follow to communicate on network. As you would have understood by now, these protocols help us in our daily activities, whether it is browsing, sending emails, or transferring large files. So, hope you will remember these protocols and how they work when you do these daily activities. things to do. Prepare your own notes after watching this video at least 2 to 3 times. Complete the assignment given after this in your assignment book.